Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
And for some reason, we cannot get the stream to pick up our intro music. So the podcast listeners will get the intro music.
Yeah, but alas, those watching live are not going to get it.
Which means you'll just have to go download the episode anyways.
Yep. Dang shame.
Darn.
Dang shame.
They
Let me go ahead and
probably
slide
show
it.
our faces.
I'm getting on it. I'm getting on
with
it.
You. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. So today, for our drinks, something very strong in both senses. For our tea, we have a Twinings green tea jasmine. And holy crap, that jasmine is strong. I added about two spoonfuls of sugar, and I was taught very properly that less water is better for green tea. And that jasmine's strong.
We also taught that a spoonful of sugar helps medicine go down.
It does. It does.
In the most delightful way.
In the most delightful way.
I have not seen the sequel.
There's a sequel?
Yeah, they just did it like a year or two ago with Emily Blunt.
The Return of Poppins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mary Poppins Returns.
That's it. That's it.
I think it's Emily Blunt. Yes. Yeah, I haven't watched it
yet. It is very strong. Like, the green tea you can taste, but that jasmine just says, hey, you know what feels good? Bam! Punching right in the side of the head. And today, we actually kept with our motif that we said we would. Godzilla. We finished up our duo set, but first, your coffee.
Also, if you want a closer look at these mugs, go ahead and check out our Instagram page, which I do believe is just Ugly Mugs.
Ugly Mugs.
Podcast, yeah. I've got a photo up of them. These, I always forget the name of the artwork, but you don't. It is...
Fanahuda.
Two of his classic scenes, but with Godzilla wreaking some havoc.
I think it's Fanahuda. Yeah. Hang on, I'm getting it. Hanafuda?
Hanafuda?
No, that's a card game.
Okay. How about famous...
The famous...
Japanese... wave paintings? There you go.
Kanagawa.
Okay. I picked these up at a local shop a couple years ago called Tokyo Discount. They do Japanese imports.
Yes.
I didn't really care how much they cost, and I don't even remember because I was like, I want one, and I'm coming back in a couple weeks to get the other.
And they are beautiful. They are really nice looking.
Okay. I hand wash them because I don't think they can go in the dishwasher. I have no idea to be sure, and everything's in Japanese. So.
Oh.
Yeah, even the box was in Japanese. I have no idea if the dishwasher's safe.
I'm
gonna go with no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. Also, I mean, even still, I would take the extra care. These are pretty. These are very pretty. Like you've got the Kanagawa just chilling out, and then you just keep rolling, and then you got Godzilla destroying
some boats with people.
Yeah.
And on mine, it's a ship. I'll upload some more photos of them later. But for today's coffee, I'm trying something called Ethical Bean Coffee. Our beans are 100% traceable, fair trade, organic, seasonally sourced, grounded, super dark French roast.
We like that in a coffee.
Yeah, I do. It's got a whole thing on the back where you can track the entire process of your beans getting from where they were to your table. Yeah,
that's cool. That is actually really cool. Man, can I? Yeah.
I actually picked it up at Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Walmart. I see you. You're getting a little bit better now. Well, better than before. Like you guys were super cool, except for last night a little bit of a hiccup with.
Yeah. Walk into the store and they literally didn't have any meat at all.
Meat.
It wasn't frozen. They didn't have it.
Farmers paid fairly for their best beans. Slurped, scored, and approved by our experts. Unique QR code added to each bag for 100% traceability. So you get to go into the past and see where this came from distinctly.
Let's see.
Well, let's see. While you're doing that, I'm going to kind of pad for time with just better. Every delicious cup of ethical bean coffee has been crafted with one simple objective in mind: to make the best fair trade organic coffee on the planet, period. Now, hold on. There's a lot of, ethical understanding coffee beans out there. They want to be the best fair trade.
Oh, that's
I mean,
a thing to strive for.
That is a thing. That is a good thing to strive for, and we're here to back that up.
So when you follow it, it takes me to it. Tells me it's the super dark. Tells me origin, our direction of coffee sources with the harvest calendar. So the origin of this coffee changes with the season. This coffee is from the fair trade co-ops located in Colombia, Soda. Okay. Honduras, Kef score.
So
and Mexico, and the rest of that is in Spanish.
So wait. Does that mean comparing on season? This could change,
yes.
And when it changes,
based off of the season you're buying it in,
would it taste different?
Possibly, because it would be different. It would be a different plant and different beans. And then it goes on to the roast profile. This was roasted June 30th, 2020. They're saying enjoy it by June 30th, 2021. So I got this is coming up close. And it's at an 83 out of 100 on its cupping score.
I have to admit that's kind of cute.
Yeah,
that's kind of cute.
And they break down how the cupping score works. Regular coffee, specialty coffees. So regular coffees are supposed to be the greater than 80. Regular coffees are the 80 plus to 100.
Okay. All right.
So.
They're working hard.
Interesting.
But with your sips, it says body balance and a dazzling dark cocoa laced finish. You get the cocoa?
I do not get the cocoa. I tried it black, which was basically it tastes like black coffee. I don't get the cocoa.
I like my coffee black, just like my metal.
I don't get the cocoa.
You don't get the cocoa?
It's a good cup of coffee, but I don't get the cocoa.
Okay.
The one coffee that I've truly gotten the cocoa out of was the one that I got from family in Panama.
Oh, yeah.
That one, both the consistency and the taste was like this fucking cocoa.
It's cocoa.
Yeah. But I'm pretty happy with this. I'm glad I did this. I got a whole pot downstairs I get to enjoy throughout the night.
And then time to keep the lights on. Boop. Boop.
How hilarious would it have been if the light bulb burnt out right when you said that?
I would have just been like, well, we're doing this in the dark then.
And moving on.
Geek Grind Coffee. Been a fair supporter of them since the almost pretty much the start.
We got them pretty early on.
And so
if you want
to support us by supporting them, vice versa, head over to Geek Grind Coffee or the link down in the description. Head over there, order up some good coffee, including their limited time ones such as the Labyrinth or the Shadow Man if you're a fan of the comics. They now have a couple teas. They got some great flavors that we're still meaning to try. And if you want to support the show and also get 20% off your order, use coupon code JUSTH20. That's JUSTH20.
Yep. I'm trying to bet that was the thing we saw that was making noise. That little video. It wasn't making an actual
audible noise,
but it was there.
Maybe.
When we were trying to figure out the sound issue, we discovered that something was making sound on the web pages, but no matter how loud we turned it up, we didn't hear anything.
And then, for some odd reason, when we played the intro, it didn't even play that, and we were
it played the intro for us. It just wouldn't play it for the stream.
Them. Yeah,
it's weird.
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah. So with Geek Grind, the samplers, that's the way to go, guys. Start with those samplers boxes. Find out what you like. Not everything's in a sample box, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. I do believe the Jareth's roast is back in stock. You want to check real quick?
I will check real quick.
I think I got the message for it. Yep. So that's back in stock. Grab it while you can. Use our discount code. Get some kick-ass coffee to sit down and do a Jim Henson marathon with.
He's got a lot of good movies out there.
What's your favorite?
Treasure Island.
Muppets Treasure Island?
Yeah,
that one's pretty good.
Just very close after that, probably Christmas Carol. I like Christmas Carol. I like all Christmas carols, and then when you showed me Scrooged, I was like, I prefer that one.
Scrooge is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I wasn't a huge fan of the Jim Carrey one, the animated one.
Neutral, very neutral.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another chance. I'm not entirely sure what about I didn't like. I went and saw it in theaters actually.
Oh, but let's get into what we saw last week. We saw Kong Skull Island. And Godzilla vs. Kong. First with Skull Island. I've seen this before. I think you've seen it before.
I hadn't.
You hadn't?
No. I hadn't seen anything in this franchise yet. These were all my first time for this franchise.
Really? Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that we did this then.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed Kong Skull Island. I forgot the ending of the movie, so I was like, I'm glad I rewatched it.
Let me reiterate. This version, I think is it Legend Films?
Yeah, Legendary
Films. This version of the franchise. I've seen Godzilla.
Yeah.
I've seen King Kong. But the current universe that they have going on. I had never seen any of them.
Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, the Legendaries Monsterverse, we caught up with it, and Kong Skull Island is a really it's a good movie. It's if on its own, it didn't need to connect to anything, but we're glad it did. The human aspect didn't take away from what Skull Island is or was.
No, in fact, I actually enjoy the human aspect in this more than I do in any of the Godzilla films.
Oh yes.
In my experience, the Godzilla movies, the human aspect's the downside. But in King Kong movies, because like they stand a chance against like the monsters, not just Kong himself, but like the things on the island and whatnot. You even see it in the Peter Jackson one, where like they stand a chance against the monsters. They're fighting the monsters and whatnot. They're fighting the dinosaurs. No real dinosaurs in this one, but still monsters.
Yes.
Some creative monsters at that.
Mm-hmm.
The human aspect feels more at home in this, and so I really enjoyed the human aspect. So this movie didn't really have a low point for me. It was all great. There were even some, like touching scenes. There were some like, oh crap, people are going crazy scenes. There was a little bit of everything. Plus, there's a Chicago Cubs fan.
Nothing feels better than going to Wrigley Field with a beer and a dog.
Yep. Although I don't know the beer part, I just know the dog part.
Yeah.
Well, dog and peanuts. That's what I had when I went.
I get you.
But the human aspect of this one, I can tune into this more than I can in the Godzilla films. So we'll talk about Godzilla. We'll talk about the second movie, Godzilla vs. Kong, here in a second. But having seen all 4 films in this now, this is my favorite.
I like King of Monsters.
It's not to say any of the others are bad.
Oh no, it's just they're all so high, but this one raises a little bit.
Raises a little bit because it's able to do well with something the others didn't do well with.
I get you. Yeah, that human aspect is a little jarring in almost all of the movies, except for this one.
Yeah.
But I still prefer King of Monsters. I liked King of Monsters because that was the only one out of the first 3 that I hadn't seen up until Godzilla vs. Kong. So that one kind of made me go ooh a lot. Kong Skull Island, it's still got a good place in my heart.
Yeah.
Hiddleditch. How do you pronounce it? Hiddleston.
I was like, what are you doing? Hiddleston.
Brie Larson, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson.
This is practically a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's practically a Marvel movie. John Goodman in a Marvel movie?
Not that I know of.
He should be.
He should be.
He fucking should be. But everyone did really good in this fucking movie. This was an all-star cast, and it showed. And this all-star cast did the best they could. I loved him.
So really quick, you asked me if he was in a Marvel movie, and he's not. But we're getting so many people in Marvel movies nowadays that it's getting interesting to see who's showing up in them. And we're watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're not going to spoil anything.
No, not yet.
But there's an actor in that who is Wyatt Russell, who I discovered today is Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son.
Yes.
Which means 2 people from that family are now in the MCU. Because Kurt Russell is in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. As Ego. So now I'm just like, who do we cast Goldie as? Because I love Goldie Hawn and I need her in something now. Lauren said Madam Web, and I'm like, Goldie's not aging, so they kind of fucks up the whole Madam Web thing.
Unless they do that whole new take on him, because I mean, she is technically in a multiverse strain of Web where you don't need to age.
I mean, I know you don't read the comics anymore, and spoilers, but it happened years ago. There's no Madam Web anymore.
Yeah,
they've KO'd her twice.
Yeah, I know. You did tell me this.
One of my favorite characters other than Spidey in the Spidey universe.
I mean, in the animated series, she had a big part and also was voiced by
Stan Lee's
wife.
Yeah.
And that was, like, big.
Actually, my pick for Madam Web just recently passed away. The actress from Arrested Development. She's also Archer's mom.
Yeah, she would have been amazing. Mallory Archer was played by...
Jessica Walter.
Okay.
She was my pick for Madam Web. My second pick... is Wendy Malik.
Wendy Malik.
Might know her from Just Shoot Me. I think she's in Hot in Cleveland. Was that the other TV show she did? But she's my other pick for Madam Web.
Okay, yeah, I could see her.
And she's kind of got a similar voice. Like she doesn't sound like either of the other actresses, but she still kind of has that that lower, not like low, but like
the mysterious, lack of better words, mysterious old woman voice.
Yeah, kind of strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like, she'd
like,
whoop your ass if you talk down to her.
Yeah, like she can talk her shit and back it up, but at the same time, she's an old woman. But why is she talking like that? Yeah, I get you.
Before we get off Kong Skull Island, there's
no, going anywhere. Right? We still got to talk about the ratings.
Okay, before we do that, there's an actor in this, and it caused a whole breakdown of laughter for me because I hadn't seen this yet, but I had watched Tacoma FD, which has this actor. If I can find him real quick. He's one of the soldiers. He plays Relis. Okay. The actor is Eugene Cordero. He's in Tacoma FD and has a part where he comes up complaining about someone saying he looks like Baby Godzilla, and then them being like, "You kind of do," and it becomes like a thing throughout the show. Like at one point, they're like doing boxing stances and like they have a whole decal around them, but his has Baby Godzilla, and it's like. He's in the Godzilla universe. Holy crap! He's also supposed to be in one of those new Star Trek things. We're getting one of those the Lower Deck crew. He's one of the guys.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right, yeah, let's jump into the ratings.
All right, so the ratings: 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and 83 through Google users. I don't
agree with any of these.
I don't agree with any of these. This was a pretty great movie. Like, I will admit there was a few slow scenes,
but it didn't feel like the 2 hours.
It didn't feel like 2 hours. It felt about an hour and a half. It felt pretty good. It felt very spring chicken. Mm-hmm. But I want to see what audience thinks on Rotten Tomatoes. Once again, Rotten Tomatoes is running a little
So, yeah, they did that for a couple of days, and then they started, like, the website started working again. Just fine. And now it's doing it again. That's the one thing I didn't show you. I got a new cable box. So I've been showing them off on my new stuff.
Yes.
When you're on the TV guide, flipping through things, it gives you Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I told you about that when you brought up Nobody. When you wanted to see if it was
Yeah, but that was the actual, like, renting thing. It does it in the regular guide.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat. 69 through audience?
What is wrong with you guys? Is it because they didn't have the whole-blown Fay Ray Beauty Beast thing? Fuck all that. We don't need all that. We've seen that 80 fucking times over.
Yeah, this is a good rendition.
Is it because it was during the Vietnam War? The music was amazing. Like,
everything was good. Having it have... I'm going to go ahead and start up the spoilers right now for those who haven't seen Kong Skull Island.
Kong Skull Island.
At the very beginning of the movie, you get to see the intro to just both of them landing on the beach, and the American takes out his pistol, shoots, misses.
Can't aim worth shit.
Can't aim worth shit because pilots weren't meant to use the guns.
Fair point.
And then he was like, well, shit, he's got a sword. I don't. I'm going to just run. And they have a nice battle scene before a youthful Kong pops up and goes, be nice. And lo and behold, they actually become friends on the island. Yeah. And the Japanese soldier passes on while the American carries on the legacy. And he actually takes the sword.
You have John C. Reilly playing the older version of him. And he does amazing in this. He does amazing for the serious. He does amazing for the action. He does amazing for the comedy. He fucking killed this role.
He's the Cubs fan.
He's the Cubs fan. Yeah.
And then when he took the Iwo stance, not like a kendo stance, but like an Iwo stance, I was like, that's a stance they would use back in Vietnam War. They wouldn't do like a kendo or anything that would try and push people away. They would be aggressive. And I'm like, someone did their research for this fucking movie. They actually, gave him proper stances. They actually gave him proper movements to ensure that he would be safe through everything. And then during the skeleton graveyard scene, I was there for that entire thing. He was super fucking chill with it. And then I'm not mad at the scene, but I was mad when Tom put on the mask to go running, doing his thing, just to take it off while still in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I was like, why did you take the mask off?
But it's fine. It was entertainment for it.
So I'm not finding anything. I'm looking.
What are we looking for?
I'm trying to see. Was there a body for recording Kong?
Oh, like
because Andy Serkis plays Kong in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
I think the whole thing might have been CG put.
I'm thinking he is because I'm not finding anything. Like, doesn't look like.
I mean, if you don't need you won't need a body if it's just a blue screen or green screen.
Yeah, but I mean, with Peter Jackson's, they wanted the emotion. They wanted it to look like real movements and whatnot. So they put Andy Serkis in a suit again.
For like the 12th time.
He's amazing in every role he does. And it's like one of those things where it's like, if someone's going to do that stuff, I want it to be him. But I also love seeing him get to be like him as Ulysses. Like, had me so into that character in Ultron and in Black Panther that, spoilers for Black Panther, that I was upset when he died.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No, not like upset, like, oh my god, I'm heartbroken, but upset because it's like, he was fucking killing it and I wanted more screen time, not like fucking kill the character. The character sucks ass. He's a bad guy. But it's like, god damn, he's just chewing up the scenery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think there's... Hold on. Let's take a quick little detour. How do you spell his last name?
I think it's pretty much like it sounds, but like, I don't think it's exactly Circus. I think there's a K in there.
Yeah.
It's an S. Sorry, it's Serkis.
Serkis.
Yeah. So it is like it sounds.
Yeah, I was like trying to figure out how it's spelled. Okay, so let's just go to him. Let's take a look at his IMDb and let's see if there is a bad role. Not necessarily like bad for him, but bad placement.
So they tell you the best movie he's been in critic score wise, and they tell you the worst movie he's been in critic score wise. It's not necessarily him, it's the movie. But those are the top and the bottom of that. Who the fuck was he in Force Awakens?
Let's find out. Last Jedi. Snoke.
That's right, he was Snoke, and it was another motion capture one. If you pull up the images, it's pretty much him sitting in a chair, completely covered in little dots.
In the baubles. The light baubles.
So he's in the first, two, at least?
Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
Yeah, and then he wouldn't have been in...
Wow.
I was pronouncing he's Caesar.
Wow. Okay, he's got a pretty big range.
I mean, I think the reason why he does this so much too is because when him and Peter Jackson did it for Lord of the Rings when he was first playing Gollum,
yeah,
they were on the cutting edge of that shit, and they basically went through doing those movies. It was their work that kind of, I mean, obviously they're not the scientists behind it, but it was them working with it that kind of helped take this motion capture to the next level, and kept pushing it forward more and more,
keeping it there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at all these and I'm just like, there's a few movies I haven't seen, of course, but I from what I already know, like 13 going on 30, it was okay.
Oh, he's fun in it though.
Yeah, he's fun in it.
He's the boss. He does the thriller at one point.
Yeah,
was it the thriller?
I mean, I'm just saying that it's not bad for him.
Mm-hmm. Movie's okay. I'm not a Jennifer Gardner fan, and I like that.
Flushed Away. You know,
that one was.
It's a voice.
Yeah, that movie was okay.
I don't know any of these up until Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where I'm just like, oh yeah, he was in that, wasn't he? Death of a Superhero.
I haven't seen that one.
The Adventures of Tintin.
I've seen that one. Yeah. He's the captain.
Yeah. The Hobbit.
So I was actually working at Walmart when that movie came out.
Which I find weird that it only has a 64. Like
64 from audience or critics?
Critics.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the Adventures of Tintin, I was working at Walmart at the time, and we would put a movie on in the break room.
Okay.
Pick some random movie, and it would be on for a couple of weeks. And so I watched that movie probably like 6-7 times while I worked there because of that.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it wasn't a bad movie. They put on Contagion, and like some of the older people that worked there lost their mind. And so that movie was only in there for like 2 days before it got pulled out because people were like freaking out watching that movie on break.
Yeah, it's not a great movie to just sit down and be like,
I'm trying to take a break. Let me watch this.
Yeah.
Hey, the Christmas Carol movie I was talking about.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. No,
this is
2020. That's something new.
Yeah. And
critics are already not liking it.
Or maybe, well, I mean, it's already been out because it was released in 2020.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, he's a great actor, but that completely got us off subject. I'm just saying, like, he played Kong in that, but it doesn't seem like we have a Kong actor for Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I'm giving this a high 9.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the 90s.
Like, this is a great movie, and it's still getting airtime on TNT and all that, and I'm like, good.
Yeah, if someone goes, do you want to watch King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, or Kong Skull Island? I'm watching Kong Skull Island. And I love the Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah, it was fun.
I bought the game for that one and 100% and got rid of it. It was one of my early 360 games. But there was so much to like in this, and there was one scene in this that I think bummed Lauren out. Spoilers again, and it kind of bummed me out. And it might have bummed you out too. But when the character pulls the grenade pins, and
and it's
becomes
to
a
waste
pointless sacrifice,
because the creature was smart enough. He was like, "Wait, why did you turn around?
Yeah,
I don't like that. Go away." Like that's a smart creature thing for a creature to do. I don't know why he did that, but I
try to slow it down or hopefully kill it. I think he was hoping it would eat him.
Kill it from the inside.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Hey!
Yeah, scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
And it didn't pan out that way.
No. But
I think the only thing that bothered me in this was occasional lens flare and shit on the cameras.
yeah,
But that's a personal gripe.
that
doesn't make a bad movie.
No.
That's just not something I enjoy. How did it do box office wise? Because this one was 2017 release, so.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
It did marvelous.
They made money, then they made more money, and then they went, hey, let's make some more money.
Yeah. I mean,
$566.7 million made on a $185 million budget.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Almost 3 times. Oh, no, over 3 times.
I learned something
24.
today.
Yeah. Huh.
Did you watch Venom?
Bits and pieces.
I didn't watch it. I didn't care.
Okay.
So it made roughly double its budget here,
And most of its money was earned in like China.
where it made just as much as it made here.
Were you the one who showed me the advertising for it?
No, but I was just about to talk about that. Was
Okay.
the advertising for it? I've learned this thanks to a guy on TikTok who does comic book movie stuff all the time. Yeah, if you can just find the Chinese ads, they were lied to about what this movie was going to be.
Oh yeah. Look at
They were
him.
lied to about what this movie was going to be.
He's supposed to be a friend to everyone.
What is he, Gamera? Friend of children?
Yeah, right.
But it was a big deal that this movie made as much as it did because American-made movies don't do that over there, or Western-made movies, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Back to what we're actually supposed to be talking about, though.
All right, Godzilla vs. Kong.
So there's actually weird complaints about this one.
There's weird complaints.
Kong looks different.
He's older. Like, I was here from the get-go for this movie. Monkey. As soon as the movie started, I did not want to pause it. But I was like, I gotta.
There was a pee break.
There was a pee break. I was just like, as soon as one, I think it was just after the boat scene. Warning: we are getting into spoilers.
Yeah,
so
spoiler territory.
I will wave my arms to the live crew, and I hope that you'll have an understanding of when to unpause or when to skip ahead. You know what I meant. But after the major boat scene, I was just like, I gotta cut it right there. I said, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Mhm.
And as soon as we got back,
It was all that water.
it was all that water. Yeah. And as soon as I got back, I was like, "Can we go back?" And you guys were having like a small conversation. I was just like, "I'll be
Let's get back
patient. I'll be
in."
patient. I'll be patient. I'll be all right." And as soon as that movie turned back on,
Mhm.
I locked myself down. I think Lauren was saying something, and I think I might have ignored her flat out. And I was just like, "Hold on."
So everyone's clear, you've got 12 days left to watch this on HBO Max.
Okay.
It leaves the 30th.
Okay. But this was a great movie. I don't know the complaints. I don't care to know the complaints. Whoever has a complaint over this movie needs to get over it. It's not as good as Kong Skull Island or Godzilla King of Monsters. In my opinion, it's a great movie. It kept me there. When another spoiler, Kong got messed up like to the degree, and I was just like, well, crap. This kind of defeats the weird purpose of what I was thinking. And then all of a sudden, the deaf girl pops over. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry, but she goes over and signs to him, and he understands, and he's like, okay, I'll trust him. I'll work with him on beating this new guy. He manages to get up, and at this time he dislocated his shoulder, relocates the shoulder, and as soon as he does this like just grounded pose, I got chills. I was there. I was like, you are not getting me to be distracted. You have me. You let's go. And that whole entire fight scene between Kong, Godzilla, and third person, Oh, so glorious.
So I do want to talk about third person.
Okay. Mechagodzilla.
So my whole thing is, I thought I pegged this movie. I'm watching the trailers. I'm like, Godzilla's gonna lose, which bums me out. I don't want either one of them to lose, but I am a Godzilla person to the heart.
Same.
So I'm watching the trailers and I'm like, Godzilla's gonna lose. And the reality is, technically
Kong loses
Kong loses
twice.
They have to restart his heart.
Twice.
They full on kickstart my heart.
Yeah, kickstart my heart.
Kickstart.
But
And so I'm like, okay, but because we know that something's going on, because we know that Godzilla's being made to look like a bad guy now for no reason.
and then
Kong's
at the end of King of Monsters, you got that head that just
King
disappeared.
Ghidorah's head, and I'm like, where's that coming in? Is there going to be a sequel? Oh, holy shit! Here's Mecha fucking Godzilla being controlled by King Ghidorah's fucking skull,
Neural
and I'm
network.
like, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
This movie got me twice by making me wrong, which I actually rather like. Mecha looked great. Some good fucking team up work between Godzilla and Kong in that. They brought back Millie Bobby Brown. She did good. But really, the human aspect again kind of suffered in this one for me, except for I think it's Brian Tyree Henry who plays Bernie Hayes in this. Let me double check that is the guy I'm thinking. I think it is. Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking. He had me fucking dying at parts. Like his delivery, some of his lines. Like he was an enjoyable part of the human aspect in a Godzilla film.
The tin hat wearer.
Yeah, pretty much tin hat wearer. But he was right.
He was right, but he didn't know what he was right about.
Like Julian.
He was one of those that was, I'll throw a bunch of darts at a wall. One of them will work, I'm sure.
So there were some actors I felt wasted in this. So they had Lance Reddick. You guys would probably know him as the concierge in John Wick.
Yes.
Or the voice of the Blue Titan, whose name is escaping me, Zavala, in Destiny. Mm-hmm. He's in this for like 2 seconds. So I'm hoping there's going to be another one of these movies, and that maybe he'll be a bigger part in that. But I
mean, there's still a lot of quote unquote Titans, and there's still the whole area of the Hollow Earth. Yeah. So I mean, there's shares and there's. Mm-hmm. There's still good ideas.
Another actor that was in this was Julian Denson. I know I've seen him. Oh, that's right. He's Deadpool. He's not Deadpool. He's in Deadpool 2. He's Fire Fist.
Oh,
I enjoyed him in Deadpool 2. I did not like him in this movie, and that's his character, not him.
Yeah,
they made him such an undesirable character that it very quickly becomes a get him off the screen thing.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was just like, when he was, his nickname was Tapwater. I was like, yeah, that's a good name for him.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah, in Deadpool 2, yeah, I didn't correlate that until you mentioned it. Yeah,
he's Fire Fist in that.
I know. But
I mean, he played the character well.
Yeah.
It's just, it was such an undesirable character. It's like, get this off my screen.
All right.
So you can still see this in theaters, and you can still see it on HBO Max.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, 59% on Metacritic, and 94% from the Google users.
So I'm probably with the Google users. I'm going to put this in the 90s, but let's do it this way. All 4 of these movies are going to make it into the 90 bracket.
Oh yeah, bar none. I think the weakest, however, I think is OG Godzilla.
It's probably gonna go for me, Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do King of Monsters.
Okay.
Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla. None of them being bad.
Just that's the rating that you're gonna
roll.
Okay. As for me, I'm gonna probably switch King of Monsters and Skull Island. So where it's King of Monsters. Kong, Skull Island, and then Godzilla vs. Kong and OG Godzilla. This whole universe, I hope, continues on. I don't think they've announced anything.
They have not announced that there's another one, but they also haven't announced that this is the last one.
Right.
So that's the big thing to hold on to.
I mean, there wasn't much of a post-credit scene, but there's still not a lot that needs explaining, but there's still the hollowed earth, there's still the technology that the primordials had, there's still the energy source that could still be quote unquote harnessed. I mean, you can create new creatures. There's a lot of possibility. With the Hollowed Earth, they could just say, hey, these things evolved because of radiation, because of Chernobyl, because it seeped into the Hollowed Earth, you know? Boom, there's your whole next story. And then you still had those that were under the earth the entire time that never came to the States. You know,
So go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
The creatures that were in Kong Skull Island. What did they call them? Skull munchers? Skull
Something like that. Skull somethings.
Yeah, they had a false name, but even still, they were making them in the laboratory in Godzilla vs. Kong, and I was like,
they were doing it to
feed.
They were doing it to test Mecha.
Yes. And I was like, that's cool, but there's still some alive there, right?
So now here's the big thing. Skull Island's gone.
Yes.
We find that out at the beginning of Godzilla vs. Kong. Skull Island's no more. There's very little section left, and no one's good, and it's just Godzilla. Not Godzilla. It's just Kong. We have the Hollow Earth, which had some stuff that we saw. We didn't see that whole place, but you know they're letting Kong run around there now, and they got people down there or not. And then you got Godzilla still out there. However, Screen Rant went through and did a 11 Missing Titans from King of Monsters. Now, if you remember, we do talk about that King Ghidorah is not of this planet in King of Monsters.
He is astral. That is correct.
So, ones we're missing. Bunyip, which is a weird, one-eyed...
A puppy.
Yeah, tentacly puppy Bellsprout looking motherfucker. Abaddon.
Okay.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, you're
Okay.
right. It's just
Extra D's in there.
and that's biblical though.
I think they're basing it off of. Did it show? I think it had to have shown up in a previous movie. He's even called yada yada yada.
I don't know what the frig.
I don't know why they're mentioning that one. Okay, another one. I don't even know how to begin to say that.
Mokele Mbembe.
It looks like a big ol' frickin'
Titan being held in Sudan.
Okay. Yeah, well, there were references to other Titans that we'd never see. Sekhmet?
Sekhmet.
Oh, Sekhmet. Okay.
Which is
An Egyptian one.
Oh, the Leviathan.
The Leviathan.
That one I can probably coincide with. Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Which would make sense. Hey, we fucking accidentally activated an Aztec fucking being that has been a stone thing this whole time. Baphomet, which it looks like there's a reference to actually in one of the Monarch screens in King of Monsters.
Oh, in Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then Typhon.
And Typhon is humanoid though, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I think all these humanoid ones, other than like the gargantuans, whatever they're fucking called, or should be left out. Another one that's referenced in
I'm Hulk.
Yeah, that's another one that's referenced in King of Monsters, and then their website broke, and I can't see the rest of it. Oh, there it goes.
Or there's something.
Tiamat.
Tiamat's kind of like Ghidorah to a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's mentioned that the Titan in Stone Mountain, Georgia, has escaped from its outpost. The Stone Mountain Titan is Tiamat, but we don't ever actually see anything of it.
Yeah.
And then Yamata no Orochi.
Yeah, which is Dark Dragon. I think what it kind of translates to, give or take.
Which has
Orochi is dark.
3, 6, 7, 8 heads.
Yeah.
So another badass Ghidorah type of thing.
Yeah.
And so those are the ones they're saying. Now I remember other things, like I mentioned, the gargantuans or whatever.
And then you were like, what about the Turtle Man?
Gamera, which turns out that's actually a Toho competitor, so that'll never show up.
Yeah, or maybe bought out. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe.
I mean,
just get Ultraman in there and let him whoop everyone's ass.
Yeah, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, any Super Sentai. I mean, something cool. Something cool will always be like, how will this work? Because I mean, when's the new Ultraman thing coming out?
Well, we got the one on Netflix, and I think that's it. Are we supposed to still get this? I mean, initial release is 2021 is what it says.
Yeah. I mean...
I remember we watched the trailer for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be connected.
I don't know. I mean, it's made by Toho. That was the only reason why I was like, I'm hoping that maybe they'll do like a slide over. Maybe. One can hope. I mean, I don't know. But Shin Ultraman would probably be a really good move over if it decides to hit. I don't know how he'd be handled in the States, considering, I mean, he's very, I mean, we saw him early 2000s on like the Fox box or whatever, you know. We did know of him. It's just I don't know how well received he was because I mean, you don't hear about him in the States now.
He was supposed to be in Ready Player One. He's in the book. He's a big part of the book. But they said no because they were working on a movie, and so they didn't want their IP being used in another movie, taking attention away. And then they released a Netflix little fucking thing and never released the movie because they didn't make the movie, and now they're making the movie and releasing it. It could have been in there. Damn it. This is the one I was thinking of. The Gargonaut, or whatever you fucking want to call it. They're basically big hairy man type things. It's another one that Godzilla fought at one point. I just feel like it would be like a generic Kong, though. I feel like they've waited too long. You can't bring this one in.
Unless they're intelligent.
I mean, they weren't really. They kind of just...
Well, no, I said if you make them intelligent. You know, if you have them have the technology to withstand so much time. Another movie that's coming out soon, well, that's already out, I guess, is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, Thrice Upon a Time. I don't know if I want the heartbreak. Evangelion's a good series, but no thank you. Oh, boy. 91% from audience on...
Yeah. Audience is loving it. I agree with
Godzilla
that.
vs.
I don't
Kong.
know why the critics are putting it so low. I mean...
some people just want to be disappointed, and
maybe,
I let them.
Maybe the critics are letting the fact that they're watching it at home affect them too much. I don't know.
It's exactly what you think it is. No more, no less. And that's a problem.
Right.
It's a shame because there are elements more interesting movie here. Let's go take a look at your full... Oh, God, no. Never mind. You're doing it through that.
Skull crawlers. That's what they were called.
Ah, close enough.
Yeah.
And then you got someone from the Daily Beast, Nick Schrager, saying, big, dumb, city-destroying fun.
That's exactly what I wanted to be. Muto was the name of the ones from the first Godzilla movie. Okay, here's one that wasn't on that other list that we could have show up. I don't know how to say that.
Angurius.
He's a spiky turtle-looking thing. I'm pretty sure we got a glimpse of him in one of the other movies.
I think he was the one of the ones that was coming through the water to be like, hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Gigan! Yo!
Is Gigan actually Toho?
I mean, I think Gigan's appeared in like a Godzilla vs. Gigan.
Yeah, Toho. Gigan is a kaiju from the Toho's Godzilla franchise. So Gigan could be the next big thing to come in that Godzilla and Kong team up to go and fucking wreck.
Well, actually, I think Gigan's technically Kamen Rider, so it would be a good connector.
No, it said when I looked it up, it said it was Toho.
I mean, Kamen Rider's Toho.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Kamen Rider was like another company.
No. Oh no, wait.
Kamen
Rider's another one. Ultraman is the one I'm thinking about.
Gigan is a kaiju from the Toho's Godzilla franchise who first appears in Godzilla vs. Gigan.
Oh, okay.
1972. Gigan is a space monster resembling a species of reptile who was turned into a cyborg by the Nebulans.
Nebulans?
Yeah, the last time
I forget some of their
weird lore.
Weird lore. I just worry more about the the two dudes in costumes fighting each other.
Yeah. The last time that he was seen was Godzilla Final Wars in 2004. So here's...
I never even...
For you, here's an image. I mean, they didn't really change his design much. They just kind of made him a little bit more chrome.
Yeah. Give him that shine.
Yeah. So that could be one.
All right.
Mechagodzilla.
You already had Mecha.
Doesn't mean someone can't reactivate him. This list sucked, by the way. That's why I didn't want to give any credit to this list, because this list basically just named dead things from the previous films, including Mothra.
I'm curious on who would do it, considering Monarch's technically done at this point. They've fucked up so many times since King of Monsters.
I mean, they didn't really fuck up in this one, though, because it was their concept to get Godzilla to get Kong and take him to fight Godzilla, because they thought Godzilla was problem. It was another company that was doing the evil shit.
Oh, I thought it was Monarch.
No, that wasn't Monarch.
Like a subsidiary guy being like, haha, I'm taking Monarch money and doing personal shit.
Different fucker.
Okay.
Well, let's see if there's a list of Toho monsters.
Oh, okay.
List of Toho kaiju.
I'm happy that they worded it like that. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my god, there's a lot.
Okay, you gotta change the name on that one though. H-Man, So yeah, I mean, there are a lot fucking random things like Snowman.
Frankenstein?
I didn't know they did anything with Frankenstein. So there's plenty here. The question is, are any of them going to feel like a step down now that you've had him fight both Kong and Mecha, and he's already defeated King Ghidorah. Giant rat. Bat people. Jet Jaguar.
Oh my god! Did it really?
Jet Jaguar.
I didn't know when that was.
It's a big ongoing rebooted thing. Oh my god. I think they're counting comics because they have Stay Puft in here.
All right, I'm good.
Okay. Let's move on to some news. Before we do that, though, this week's movies, we're doing a Jackie Chan night. We're going to do New Police Story, and we're going to try to do, what was it, Twin Dragon?
Twin Dragons.
If we can find it. If not, we're going to have to call an audible.
On Jackie Chan?
Oh, wait, no, we changed our mind. That's right, we're going to do The Foreigner.
Oh, that's right.
So we're going to do Foreigner, and we're going to do old and new. Oldish, because it's 2004?
Yeah.
For a New Police Story?
Yeah.
But next week, we're going to watch a movie, and it'll give you guys 2 weeks from that point to get caught up, because we're going to watch Mortal Kombat. It comes out the 23rd, so we'll watch that Sunday. So get ready for that one.
A week and a half.
They can start watching it Friday. We watch it that Sunday. So yeah, it's like a week and a half. Yeah, not a full 2 weeks. You're right.
Yeah,
because we'll talk about it on the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam.
A game that we are very confused and back and forth on.
Like, I like the look of it. It looks fun.
Actually, this looks kind of shitty to me.
Huh?
I don't like the way the grass looks in the background.
It's supposed to be bubbly. It's supposed to be very vibrant, but simple because it's an open world game. So you got to figure they have to cut the I don't want to say cut the cost, but they have to kind of cut the graphics in certain areas to make it open world and huge.
Yes.
The
reason we're talking about this is they announced their final DLC.
Immortals: Phoenix Rising. In case we didn't say it,
we did not. They launched their final DLC, or they've announced their final DLC. So anyone that's been looking at, is it worth it to put the money in for the season pass? Well, now you can know what all is going to be included in your season pass.
And I do enjoy Eastern culture when it comes down to.
Can you get rid of the damn
cookies?
It's bothering me.
I'm sorry.
No, not your fault. It's them. Eastern culture, as you were saying.
Eastern culture is great, and I mean the areas look really fun to be around. It looks fun. It doesn't look very bad.
Well, this is all for the new DLC. If you scroll to the top, we can grab the name real quick. It's the Myths of the Eastern Realm soars. They're saying it soars into Chinese mythology, but Myths of the Eastern Realm. So it comes out.
Oh, it's already out.
That one. Okay, so then this is not the new DLC.
Boop. Let's go see what's in the letter.
They have a final freaking DLC that was just announced. I guess I grabbed the wrong section on our website. Either way, the concept of us telling you about it was go ahead and go look at everything that they've done, so that you're not
that
going.
Was the last post.
No, they did something. They were talking about.
I mean, there's April 14th behind the scenes of them, but.
Well, now you can go and look at the whole thing on there and see whether or not the season pass is worth it. I'm telling you, it's not your fault. Their fucking website is the problem because it was something Ubisoft fucking tweeted.
Look. Okay, I didn't see the full map world, but that looks really nice.
Yeah, but I mean, you can also see just looking at it that's just kind of like the art. That's not what the game looks like.
Right, and I mean, they have big numbers all across the board. At least
the Lost Gods.
Okay.
Comes out April 22nd, so it comes out in 4 days.
Cool.
I don't know why it's not on their damn website.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see what's in their news and videos. Yeah, no, their news and videos. They didn't update it.
Yeah, it's on the actual Ubisoft website, but it's not on the Immortal Phoenix Rising section. So yeah, the Lost Gods, which has a fun fish face looking motherfucker.
Fish face?
Yeah, fish face.
Oh yeah,
like snaky fishy face thing.
It's me.
I actually don't want to allow that fucking. So that comes out the 22nd. So go ahead and go and check that out because they're giving you all the information on that.
So wait, Lost Gods? Are we talking like Eldritch?
Let's see. Unfolding entirely from an overhead god's eye perspective, the adventure centers on Ash, a new mortal champion following the series of the catastrophic disaster.
Oh, So this is post Pompeii.
I guess.
Okay.
Ash's mission. That's freaking fucked up. Then that their name is Ash.
Mm.
Pompeii.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't go judging people's names.
Ash's mission is to travel to the new
Unlucky.
land, the Pyrite Island, to find find and reunite the gods who left Olympus in the huff after the falling out with Zeus. These lost gods, including Poseidon and Hades, will all need to be convinced to return to the pantheon and restore balance to the world.
So they walked away?
It seems like it.
Huh. Okay, that's actually a really interesting story because Zeus has walked away from the pantheon a bunch of times just to go back and be like, fine, I'll take it back over.
To fuck everything.
But
let's be honest.
If
you read the mythos.
Nope, I am not taking away anything from that.
His dad too.
But then you look over at Hades, who's kind of got the shit end of the stick of being his brother and having to just kind of stay down in hell or
the underworld.
the outer world
In Hades.
Yeah, and just fucking chill out there and be like, I can't have anything. And then the one time he gets something good, Zeus goes, you know what sounds good? Killing your wife. And Hades goes, well, I'm just gonna take your wife then.
So they say that players, there'll be plenty of new monsters for players to fight with this new brawler-inspired combat system. They say more details will come out as we get closer to launch, but considering we're 4 days to launch, how much more are you going to release? The quest is in the northeast of the main game's Golden Isle, and is now available, offering a preview of the challenges to come, as well as rewards that can be carried over to the DLC. And players who haven't yet experienced Immortals Fenyx Rising can get a taste via a free demo with exclusive content and is available now on the Switch, Stadia, PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC.
That to me right there, the word free demo allows you to play the game without getting too invested, without putting up the money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to pre-order anything to get that demo. You can get the free demo.
Mm-hmm.
You can try out this game. Does that make you feel a little bit better?
Oh yeah, that makes me feel better. My issues with this game were more along the lines that they couldn't decide what the fuck it was going to be called. I was just checking my notifications.
Oh, I thought someone replied to you that was Stephen King. I was like,
no,
Quincey, you're popular.
I have my moments.
You do have your moments.
Every now and then I post a little kernel out there that just destroys. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck their website doesn't update, but Ubisoft has it, but the Immortal Fenyx Rising section of Ubisoft doesn't have it. It's kind of a fucking fucked up mess. Hey, DLC 1, a new god.
Second one is
Mists of the Eastern Realm.
And then third, Lost Gods.
Okay, Lost Gods. Okay, so we had to go to the actual freaking post-launch section to find it.
Right.
Why wouldn't it just be in the news and video?
Why did I say printer?
Why did I say printer? Whatever.
But Immortals Fenyx Rising looks good. I like the look of it. I just haven't delved into it myself. I might if it pops over to Game Pass.
I mean, you can grab the demo at least and see if you like it.
Or grab the demo.
Yeah.
That's
a big thing.
I would want to waste the space for the full game, but yeah. Now over to the other side, another company that gives a lot of care to its games most of the time. Capcom.
So, as the anniversary for Resident Evil continues, they continue throwing more Resident Evil at us.
Holy crap! A lot of Resident Evil stuff.
So they just did the Resident Evil showcase. They just wrapped that up. One of the big things here is that they're bringing the mercenaries to was it Resident Evil 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't play a lot of Resident Evil.
And they're apparently rumoring it for Village.
Village. Okay, so is it? Okay, did they bring it to 7, or is it just that they're bringing it to Village?
Well, 7 had their similar version of it with Ethan Must Die.
Because I didn't play any of the DLCs for 7.
Okay. So. Okay. Ethan Must Die is kind of mercenaries, but you only play as the one. So I don't. Okay. I have no clue. I've only seen the new trailer. That's all I've seen out of this.
Okay. So yeah, they dropped a trailer. Go check that out. As well as we're gonna get a demo for Village.
I muted.
Great. Now sound is working. The internet and the computer and everything just does not like us today.
But this trailer here, if you just head over to capcom-unity.com, very top post was the news of all of this. You can get the full breakdown in case we happen to miss one thing. But it showcases that puzzles are going to be still very centric, and a mysterious emblem in the center of this gives a familiar look.
I don't like it.
People are like, it's Umbrella, and how Umbrella can come back, considering it was banned from the U.S. Not to say that overseas it came back with the whole Tricell and the other company. But the RE engine looks beautiful. There was, I believe, a tech demo on a early PS4 that was running this game, and it still looked fucking spectacular. The RE engine is definitely strong enough to both look good, play good, even on older consoles. So I'm happy for this. This is great. And even on a PS5 or a Series, this thing probably shines even further. I haven't even seen the gameplay on one of those two. So
I mean, this might be it.
This might be.
Now, they gave us a little more about the story here. Ethan's coming here to save his kidnapped daughter. Sounds very similar to a previous storyline.
Yeah.
And that Chris has taken a dark turn.
Yes.
So the whole end of his story thing gets me more to whose story is ending. Is it Chris or is it Ethan's? I'm thinking more and more it's going to be Chris, and that's going to piss me off.
That's going to piss me off, too.
It better turn out that this isn't Chris if it's going to, like, you know, it turns out it's like some fucking weird clone or something.
I don't know. But I am here for all these weapons. When he checks that gun, I was just like, they knew what they were doing, because in Resident Evil 4, when you reload the sniper rifle in Leon's hands, it sounds so fucking clean and so nice. And when he checks it, checks the cartridge, I was just like, they knew what they were doing. They knew.
So they're doing a 30-minute demo for the PlayStation 5 and 4 for Village April 17th from 5 p.m. to April 18th at 1 a.m. Pacific time, and Castle from April 24th 5 p.m. to April 25th 1 a.m. So you get one fucking day for both of those. That's a 30-minute demo for the PlayStation 5 and 4 only. But then we will get a 60-minute demo for the PlayStation 5, 4, Series X and S, Xbox One, Steam, and Stadia for both Village and Castle from May 1st at 5 p.m. to May 2nd at 5 p.m. So that one's a full 24-hour one for all platforms.
You get to play for an hour. I'm here.
No, 24th to the 25th.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you get to play the game for an hour.
Yes.
Sorry.
Or
play the demo for an hour.
Either that, or they're just showing it over and over. Because the word demo to me, it either means I can play it, or there's someone going to be playing it.
I'm sure you're going to be able to play it. The thing is I'm wondering if it's going to be a 60-minute. You have the full game at your disposal.
It's right here. Yo, you're stupid. I didn't go further down, so I was like, dude.
Okay, allows you to check the snow-covered remnants of the tutorial village for 30 minutes. The second demo period, also exclusive, will drop you into the halls of the castle for 30 minutes. The final demo, 60 minutes to explore both the village and castle, and you're free to use those 60 minutes however you wish. That's actually really big, because I was thinking they were going to limit you. Like, oh, you have 60 minutes, but we're recording off half the game, or something like that.
That's pretty much what they're doing.
By giving you 60 minutes for the full thing, though, village and castle, I mean, you get a lot of the game to just do whatever the fuck you want in.
Well, okay, let's staple it down. If it's going to be the village and castle for, we'll say, Resident Evil 4, that's maybe not even a fourth of the game, figuratively. Because when you first get into the village in Resident Evil 4, you visit that village 3 times total. So, I mean, who's to say that it's not going to be a recurring area? It could be a hub area.
They always do the recurring hub type areas. So the question is, how much can you trigger in that 60 minutes?
Yeah, and I'm curious on who's going to be in that area. Like, there's still a lot of characters that have yet to pop up from Resident Evil 7 to Village.
Now, there's one thing this doesn't mention that they did announce. There's a new game mechanic.
Oh, yeah?
You're going to be able to cook.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so if you scroll a little bit further down, they talk about the Mercenaries mod a little bit.
Yes.
So this is for Village. So it is confirmed for Village. Survival horror meets high-stakes action and the return of Mercenaries game mode. Fan favorite mode has appeared in multiple Resident Evil games since the introduction of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and now makes an explosive return in Resident Evil Village. As with previous versions, the Mercenary The arcade-style mode tasks you with racking up points and finishing stages quickly, changing the game's focus to fight against time rather than fight for your for survival of the main campaign.
And it looks like it has a little bit of roguelike elements where you can pick abilities every level, every wave you pick abilities, so that you get a little bit stronger and you can have certain builds. I like that. That's very fun. I'm very excited for this.
So it says that building on past versions, they're introducing new additions as well. As you fight your way through each stage, you'll be able to acquire useful bonus skills. They can increase firepower, boost your move speed, provide other beneficial effects that will help you take down enemies and rack up high scores for the current attempt. In between stages, spend your hard-earned coin with the Duke, mysterious merchant from the main game, to buy supplies and upgrade your arsenal before heading into the next stage. Okay. This actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
This might actually be a really good element to this. It's endlessly replayable mode that you are sure to want to try again and again as you adjust your strategy to take down waves of enemies and earn the highest rank possible. Am I the only one that avoids certain enemies and doesn't go fucking balls to the wall?
When I played Madhouse mode in Resident Evil 7, I went into like a shock state where I couldn't function. So I just said, if I can walk around them, I'm walking around them. If I can't, I'll do my best. But I can't fight everything.
Yeah.
But with mercenaries, they reward you for handling them.
Yeah.
So
you do have to finish the main game to be able to unlock this, though.
Yes, of course.
Now, this was one of the first things I heard when they did this, and I got pretty excited.
Interesting.
Now, this is really interesting for two reasons, really. So, Resident Evil, as they put it, creeps into Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is a fun survival game where someone plays survivor and someone plays killer. What's interesting to me about this is Resident Evil basically tried to do this with the mode they released with the Resident Evil 3 remake. The RE thing, what was it?
Yeah, I know. Resistance.
There you go. But I guess maybe
Resistance felt real clunky. I'm not gonna lie.
And I mean, it was included free with the game also. So
yeah,
it wasn't something they were trying to make money off of.
They're very much throwing in a lot of free things that are interesting to hear about, and I'm glad that they're throwing them in for free because I guarantee you people wouldn't want to pay for them separately.
Yeah.
Not to say that they're not bad ideas, but it's safe to say that I don't know if a big majority, considering their last little multiplayer endeavor, did not do well with Resident Evil, which was Operation Raccoon City.
Yeah. So what do you think it's going to be? Like, who do you think because it's going to be a survivor and it's going to be
one or two survivors and a villain? I'm hoping Nemesis. Because you can just hear the thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, and it has to be someone that's on the slower side. It's either going to be Nemesis or it's going to be
Mr. X.
Mr. X. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be Mr. X because he doesn't use weapons. He just grabs you.
Yeah.
Because while weapons are a thing in Dead by Daylight, a gun for the enemy is not a thing.
A giant 4-pack rocket launcher would be a bit weird.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that or Father, oh god, what is his name? The one from Resident Evil 7.
Oh, the dad. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm thinking it's going to be X or
because he's got a big, huge thing of shears. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe, considering they might try and work with that.
I think with them focusing so much on the anniversary, it's going to be a classic. But the father would not be a bad pick.
Yeah. And then as for hero, Jill. It's
either
probably
Jill or Leon.
Jill, Leon, or Claire. I definitely don't want to see Chris. Because if I see Chris, I'll be like, that motherfucker could just go wherever he wants. He punches boulders for a living. Fuck out of here.
It probably won't be Leon now that I think about it, because like they really need someone who's not like to take anything. I was gonna say a badass, but I was like, I don't want to take anything from Jill, but they need someone who's more gonna be about fix the generators and get out of here, less Gunkata.
Yeah, Gunkata. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be Jill.
Very weird, but I like it.
They just make it what's his name with all his bad lines.
Barry would actually be a pretty good choice.
Make it Barry, but instead of the generator making the exploding noise when you fuck up, he just yells one of his bad lines.
Shit.
You're almost a Jill sandwich.
You're almost a Jill sandwich.
You
what was
wouldn't
the
feel
other
bad
one?
if you
Oh,
die as Barry.
And then when he unlocks one of the doors in the Pyramid Head map, I'm the master of unlocking.
It'll probably be Jill.
It'll
It'll probably be Jill and X.
Okay. Yeah.
Although Jill's was Nemesis.
Yeah.
So if it's Jill, it'd probably be Nemesis, but they would have to take his guns away from him.
Or Leon X.
Yeah, but Leon doesn't make sense because you're taking Leon's guns away and making him run. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They're leaving it up for Behavior Interactive to announce it. I really like Dead by Daylight. I'm glad to hear more's coming. They're hitting their 5-year anniversary here.
Fuck, they've got Jigsaw, they've got Pyramid Head, they've got what's her name? Sayaka. They've got so many very interesting characters. Well, Scream.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing.
Yeah. Like they've got so many interesting quote unquote villains in Dead by Daylight.
Evil Dead.
Oh, that's right.
As a hero.
That's right.
Michael Myers. And Stranger Things. The Demogorgon and some of the kids.
I never heard that, but
yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, they've got the Stranger Things one, and I think it's the school is the map, but I could be wrong.
Okay,
because some of these come with maps. I don't know if this is going to come with a new map. I'm kind of hoping it does, but I have a feeling it'll most likely just be the characters.
I mean, I would like to see the police station. Police station would be a really good map.
Yeah, they could probably do something fun with the police station.
Oh, dude, if it is Mr. X with the police station, just hearing the thunk, thunk, thunk,
and having certain walls you can punch through.
Oh, and then the survivors could go through it, but you can reach through it. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Which is the thing you can do. You can grab someone if they haven't completely climbed through yet, or if they climb through to you, you get an instant grab on them.
Oh,
so like a lot of times people will sit there because I play the killer more than I play the hero.
They go back and forth.
They'll sit there going back and forth. So if you can maneuver yourself quick enough and kind of duke them a little bit, you can hit the button to attack, and rather than attacking, it's an instant grab.
Oh, good.
And now you're holding them and start taking them to
go to the hooks. Time to go to the hook.
It's a lot of fun. The game's a lot of fun. And this excites me. Next, they dropped another trailer for Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
I'm excited
with Leon. Go check it out. I mean, it's for the Netflix show, Netflix movie that's canon.
I'm just gonna go like this because I don't know if it's a miniseries. I still don't know if it's a miniseries.
This one is another
series.
CG animation series coming to. I think this one, maybe series, but I think this is the one that's still connected to the current canon. Though.
Yes.
This is not the live action show that they're doing.
Gotcha. Okay. It's just very strange is all I'm saying.
Resident Evil 4 coming to Oculus Quest.
I'm cool with it because the Quest 2 is both inexpensive. Resident Evil 4 is a great game, and you did say that you wanted it to be up-rendered and, brought to today. This is, I guess, the best of both worlds, but you're mad that it is through VR.
They're going to give more information in 3 days at the Oculus Gaming Showcase on April 21st. So check that out. My issue is I want it for all platforms, not just VR. But furthermore, I want them to redo it. Give it new controls and give it a fresh coat of paint. Put it through RE. Give us what they did with 2 and 3 with 4. I think 4... and maybe like the Code Veronicas and stuff like that.
Oh god,
and then 0 and 1 are the only ones that need to go through the RE now. Don't put 5 through RE. Don't put Raccoon through RE. And then 6 and 7 already are RE. So 4 is the last chronologically that you need to put through there. Put the spin-off games and put 0 and 1 as one game. Make 0 and 1 one fucking game.
6 I don't think is on RE Engine.
6 was where RE did. Oh no, not 6. Sorry, 7's where RE did.
7 and Village.
7 and Village. Yeah, sorry, 7 and Village. But 6 you don't really need.
Yeah, no. It was not well received
for many reasons.
Let it. Well, it would have been fine if they didn't have the weird broken ass multiplayer. It would have been fine if the story didn't jank at times. It would have been fine. But they made it be more action and explosions. I don't know.
So if you want more information on all this stuff, if you want to take a look at this for yourself, just go to the Capcom website, select your country. They're gonna have have it right there. So you're in there, you have to punch in your age, and then you got the Mercenaries Return to Resident Evil Village, plus more from this April Resident Evil Showcase. Something weird I have experienced: their search bar on the Capcom website does not work. It just takes you back to where you're choosing what country you're in. So search Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 4 Oculus or something.
Works fine to me.
Okay, earlier it was not working. It was taking me back to the selection.
Okay. Well,
so
I'm glad it's working for us, though.
Yeah.
What's this about?
What's this about?
Yeah, what's this about?
You want to know what this is about?
I know what it's
the
about.
One Ring.
I know it's a One Ring. I have it at home.
Okay, so the One Ring. If you remember, Amazon's gonna be doing a Lord of the Rings show that's set and further before everything, right?
No one would need to know.
So
My precious.
I think that's what led to them deciding they wanted to do a Lord of the Rings MMORPG.
That's fine.
Even though there's still an active one out there.
Yes, you are correct.
Well, the problem is Amazon just announced that this game is dead. So Tencent, really big gaming company in China,
and apparently movie producer.
also apparently movie producer. What was the movie we saw that on?
Godzilla.
Godzilla, that's right. They acquired Liu, which was the company Amazon I think was already working with on this, and they said that after that acquisition, they've been unable to secure terms to proceed with the title at this time. The team has been shifted to other Amazon projects. Amazon says they are very disappointed about this. We love Lord of the Ring. We love the Lord of the Rings IP, and are disappointed that we won't be bringing the game to our customers.
And I mean, people still play Lord of the Rings online.
Yeah, but they're not making money off that. That's what Amazon cares about.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah,
they're not gonna be able to do tie-in events with their TV show.
Fair.
So this joins a couple other canceled things. Breakaway and Crucible were other canceled projects from Amazon Game Studios.
Crucible sounds familiar. Like, I remember making fun of it because it was named after Destiny's game
it's got,
mode.
You know, the similarity to that.
I'm gonna
go ahead and pull it up. So yeah, Crucible and Breakaway have both been canceled.
That's right. This is the one where I was like, "Ooh, this is interesting." Where it's like a battle royale, but you drop in where you mark.
Yeah. So Bloomberg did a whole article about the Crucible and Breakaway cancellations, talking about how this shows dysfunction and the struggles the studio is dealing with. So the question is, you know, them moving everyone off of this Lord of the Rings one, while this Lord of the Rings one falling through is not Amazon's fault this time. And they can't come to an agreement with Tencent, and I don't know if that's that Tencent wants more control, if Tencent wants more money, if they want Chinese exclusives. I can only guess what the problem is. I can only speculate. This begs the question, though, are we going to see any of these Amazon game projects happen? They still have one other MMORPG that they're working on called New World, that's set to release in August. So I mean, that I guess will be the deciding thing whether or not Amazon as a game company will work. You want to pull up, first of all, pull up Breakaway so we can see that's the other canceled one.
Breakaway?
Yeah, Breakaway. That's the other canceled Amazon game.
This one I don't know nothing about.
It's looking like they're focusing purely on
esport
things. Yeah, because this looks like another. This is another battling. This is like
a MOBA.
Yeah, it's a 4v4.
Oh wait, it's a small map.
Yeah, it's a small map. 4v4.
It's fucking soccer.
Kinda, but you're using your hands.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's basically soccer.
So it's Rocket League, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, sure.
What's soccer?
Yeah, you're
Everything
right.
is Rocket League.
Everything is Rocket League.
Getting annoyed with this person. Though they don't seem to know what the hell they're doing.
Well,
is it just about holding the ball longer than anyone else?
I think you're trying to get it to the goal, but of course you're getting shot at, so it slows you down.
This does not look fun at all.
Oh, it's lacrosse.
Oh, it's like a cross. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sense.
That makes sense. And they're putting up like turrets and defense placements. That's actually kind of interesting.
Well, it's canceled.
Yeah, it's canceled.
Go ahead and pull up New World. This is their
New World.
Yeah, this is their MMORPG that they're still supposed to release in August. This is not the Lord of the Rings one. This is the one we're supposed to get. It's like Pirates and Magic, which seems to be like the new thing people are trying to do. I think it's Pirates.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is gonna be in. We looked at this one a little bit.
Did we?
Yeah, we did a while back.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's set for an August release.
Oh, okay.
It's an MMORPG.
That I remember.
We'll see.
I remember the sinking boats, and then me going, this looks similar to yeah.
With the deer thing.
That's right. And then
it's
the
a magic
lizard thing that fights it
and kills it, but then it comes back to life. That looks like a Pokemon.
That does. It looks like both of them are Pokemon. I think the deer is a fucking Pokemon.
Yeah. And then like the life essence
Blah,
goes
blah,
back
blah.
into it.
I'm back, bitch.
Like the deer's made out of trees.
I'm made out of trees, and then the gods begin falling apart. Okay, I mean,
And then man arrives and discovers magic.
and it's corrupted magic. Like, what are you here for? Do you know what that does? Don't touch that.
Go ahead and skip forward a little bit. Let's see if we can see anything else in the trailer. We've watched this trailer before, so.
And it's just they go off to war. There's no real gameplay, but I like
for a
the
game coming out
set.
in
Like the set
August.
pieces look nice.
Yeah.
Like an ocean that is bare, but you see the boats just kind of sunk there.
Yeah.
Everything's all like ragtag. Like it's good set pieces, but
And I don't expect graphics any better than.
oh, look at
They
that
need to
release
fix
date.
that.
Did you see that release
Yeah, they need
date?
to fix that. All right, it's in May. I don't expect anything better than WoW on this when it comes to actual play because it's an MMO. You know,
Yeah.
like WoW's kind of the high bar of where you want to hit on how your game's going to look and function. If you can make it better than that, go for it.
I think you can agree with me. I think EverQuest is still better.
EverQuest's colors have always been kind of muted, and that's kind of been the sad thing. WoW's a very colorful game.
But as far as keeping the fun in,
Yeah, I always enjoyed EverQuest a good amount. I've fallen out of it now. Looked like an ESO trailer, to be honest. Yeah, kind of.
yeah. Elder Scrolls Online's been also picking it up a little bit.
Elder Scrolls Online is fun.
I got pulled out of it super early because I just felt like I was doing the same 7 things every day.
That's the risk with every MMO.
Yeah, well, with WoW back in the early days, it was, hey, there's an event over here. You want to go check it out? Yeah, sure. And then I forgot what the hell I was doing beforehand, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go, go grab these caps before that expires, and then another event, and then another event, and then another event, and it was a lot of fun, especially during like festival times. So I mean, it had its pluses and minuses, but then when I played ESO, I'm just like, I could steal stuff, I guess. As Sock says, it's hard being a sneaky, steely cat all the time, and yeah, it was kind of difficult. Just
I wasn't into being a thief. I didn't do the Thieves Guild. I didn't bother with the Thieves Chests or anything like that.
I did, and when I first went into the thieves area, there was a person who probably spent a lot of money making their Khajiit look really cool, and he talked in actual Khajiit form, and I was just like, I was here for that. I was like, you are the reason why some people were really good. PvP in ESO is, as Sock says, not great, but it does have its moments if you can get a few people together to like 4v4 in the middle of elsewhere.
I've played both of Bethesda's MMOs, and ESO and Fallout 76. I enjoy them both, but both I eventually fall out of for several months and then go back
because they keep adding content.
Yeah, I've played DC Universe Online, and then I don't for months, and then I go back. That's one where it needs a facelift. That game's fun, the story's fun, the mechanics are fun. The fucking game needs a facelift. We have gotten so much further than what that game is at now. You want that game to stay alive? They're doing amazing stories. They're doing Flashpoint right now.
Oh,
like,
Paradox?
Yeah, they're doing a whole Flashpoint Paradox thing right
nice.
now. But the game still looks like it did when it launched. And sometimes the world feels empty.
I mean, that is...
That's the risk of all MMOs.
That's the risk of all MMOs, but at the same time, there are other MMOs that kind of close the gap with it being, you could just do whatever you want, such as with like APB. Have you ever played that one?
I know what it is. I've seen it, but I have not actually played it.
It's an okay one. If you're a cop, you get random NPC people that are just doing their random things here and there. You don't need to grind endlessly to get top tier stuff. There's a PvP mode that just says, hey, go into this little deathmatch area, stop the blah blah blahs. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that works.
I like optional PvP, like how they do it in EverQuest. I think they do it that way. And in WoW, because I didn't really ever play WoW, is it optional, or can at any point a stronger person come up and just fucking teabag you?
It's optional, but there are areas that
are guaranteed. If you're in here, someone can come and kill you.
You don't have to go there.
It's like the Dark Zone in Division.
Yes, it's similar to the Dark Zone, but there are major missions to do out there. So it's because
that's my downside with Fallout 76.
Oh yeah,
you can be killed at any point.
Yeah, fuck that. I've never.
Nobody really does it anymore though.
Yeah,
that's been the great thing. Like that's all died out for the most part.
And then RuneScape had the Wilderness, to where you're all good. You can duel people inside cities. Everyone goes, okay, you guys can fight it out. That's cool. And then there's the Krumja fucking arena, and then there's the wilderness, where out in the wilderness there's a lot of cool shit out there, but good luck surviving. You know, which
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like the Dark Zone in Division. I thought that was a very well done PvP option.
Yeah, it's like, you want that stuff, fight for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that stuff apparently is, you know, top tier stuff. So you got to play at like 3 in the morning when no one else is, or very few people are around.
I normally did that because my team. I had one member of my team that would definitely be into doing Dark Zone every now and then. Another member that there's no way that's what he wants to do. So a lot of times it would be like everybody got off for the night, and I'd be like,
Want to do dark?
I might as well go into Dark Zone by myself for half an hour. You know?
Yeah, grab a couple things.
Grab a couple things, do the airlift out, and bounce. You know?
Yeah.
I want a good MMO. There's 2 MMOs I want to play.
What's that?
But I can't because I don't have the gaming PC.
Oh.
Because they're not on console. There's one that's been rumored coming to console and it still hasn't, and that's Final Fantasy.
Oh, 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
still hasn't come to console.
I know.
It's still
it should
rumored.
be. I think it's still Sony lock. I don't know for certain. All of those.
That's the other thing, is like it might be locked to Sony. If they do a PlayStation 4 version, I can.
14 Xbox. It says coming for Final Fantasy 14. It says maybe, but that was back in February 17th, so it says a maybe. There's
maybe, yeah.
Okay.
If it comes to it, great. I'll play it because this looks amazing.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is pretty fun.
This looks like an MMO that will suck me in.
What sucks is I only had I think it was a 7-day free trial, and I only played 3 out of those 7 days. But I had a lot of fun. There was some event going on at that time that was like, hey, come on over here, come check out the Chocobo races that we usually have, and they were wearing these funny little Moogle horns, and I was like, okay, that's cute.
This looks like this looks, because it's basically Final Fantasy 15,
but drawn back a little bit,
but drawn back and with friends.
Yeah,
like this speaks to me because I loved 15. Like, holy shit, I love 15. The other one, Old Republic. I want to play Old Republic so bad, and it's only PC, and it's not going to change. That one is not going to change. In fact, one day that game will die.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If people aren't gonna, it's the popularity reasons. If people,
it's still very popular. People are still playing it.
Yeah, but as soon as it loses its popularity, or as soon as the updates stop dishing out, it's going to happen. It's a matter of time. It's just like, well, I think EverQuest is still being played, but at a much smaller scale. But still,
let's see what the player count is for Old Republic in 2021. So they're averaging for March about 5,468.1 average players. Now, I don't know if that's they're saying average. So is that weekly? Is that?
I mean, it says by month. Yeah.
It's saying the average for March.
So that's
the
whole 30 days.
This is Steam only though.
That's fine.
So
we can just say double that then.
Okay.
If they're a standalone launcher, then we'll say 10,000 per month.
Okay, so an hour ago there was 5,000 people playing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So they're averaging it for the 30 days of the month, but an hour ago 5,000 people. 24-hour peak was 7,000. The all-time peak was 27,000. That was probably when they started out.
But yeah. But you can see the same people are playing it.
Yeah.
No new players.
But consistent revenue.
Okay, I will give you that. If people are saying, "Hey, I want to I think it's free to play."
Yeah, but you got to figure people are buying shit inside of it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to run the servers.
Oh yes. Well, I mean advertisement.
Not too. So it's up actually from where they were in 2020.
Okay.
According to this.
Okay, so
it's still going.
A year gets you what 10,000 new players that are actually congruent, and you lose maybe 2,000, so 8,000 difference, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's fine.
And like we were saying, so yeah, okay, it's free, but you got to figure there's stuff in the store. So let's go to the store real quick. We'll look at a cheap thing. So 60 days of the premium plan is $30.
Okay.
So or you get the full 100, or you get the 180-day big one for $77.49.
Okay.
Or $77.94. So at 5,000 players, if half those are paying the 77,
that's 3 months of power. Well, no, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 6 months of powerful time.
That's good income. And then there's other things too. You got cartel coins,
which give you, I assume, just cosmetics.
Probably. You've got game add-ons, which again are probably cosmetics. But
Okay.
I think BioWare's making money off this still.
Yeah, probably.
So the other one you were talking was EverQuest. Let's see what EverQuest's player like is.
I don't even know if you get the player counts because I think they're all freaking private servers.
Is EverQuest 2 still alive, you think? Because I enjoyed 2, but I liked 1 better.
200.
275.2.
So it's
players.
still going. Good to know.
It's probably private servers, like you were saying. Let's see. EverQuest 2 player count. EverQuest 2 is even worse. 163.
Yeah. Nobody liked Ever. I mean, I personally didn't like EverQuest 2. I like OG.
I liked that one was the one where they kind of brought up the colorfulness that I was talking about. They still didn't reach WoW levels. WoW's the fucking one fucking beefing it, destroying it.
Oh yeah.
5,301,147 players back in March.
Yep. People will wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, do one quick 20 to 25 minute raid, and then go and do their business, come home, do a couple more things, and then actually go off and play something else. It doesn't take more than an hour to do your dailies now.
And they're saying the player peak for a single day in March was 601,447 people.
Yeah.
But no, I want to play. Let's see what the Final Fantasy 14 player count. That's 2019. Let's see, 2021. They're doing pretty good. They're doing better than any of the other ones we looked at, other than WoW. They're sitting at 17,285.4 for the last 30 days, and roughly about the same for March.
Yeah. So
they've dropped since February, but they went up in January from February. So, I want good MMOs. I want good MMOs on console. I understand that PC Master Race. I understand that
PC mustard rice.
But the thing is there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to play my MMO downstairs.
Yes.
Or play it up here. You know?
I mean, Steam Link, they're wanting to bring that back. So with Steam Link, you will be able to do that.
As long as the lag's not too bad, I'm fine with it.
I think it's maybe 10 ms, which is small, very minuscule.
Can you think of any other? Is there any other MMOs still active?
US
and 76, like we talked about.
76, RuneScape. I mean, kind of like Black Desert Online.
Oh yeah, that just launched. Yeah. Black Desert.
Yeah.
There's one sitting at 6,315 for last.
That's not too bad. Check out Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul.
Yeah.
And if anyone's wondering how I'm getting these, it's actually a great website normally that does it. But this one was Steam charts, but there is an active player count website. It's called Active Player Count. What was it again? Sorry.
Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul.
And then we'll do Black Desert after, because Blade and Soul was Korean made, and
they don't even have current numbers for Blade and Soul.
Yeah. Blade and Soul is very pretty. It's very Eastern type fighting thing, and I was there for it when it first came out, and then I kind of just stepped away from it when it launched.
Black Desert Online's doing well. 26,582.
Okay.
3 for last month.
Okay. Yeah, and it's a huge fucking game.
And that one's available on console, isn't it?
Yeah. And then check out D&D Online.
D&D Online?
Yeah. You can do it.
There we go. I always forget where the whatchamacallit is on the keyboard.
Okay.
341.6 for March.
Terra, T-E-R-A.
T-E-R-I? T-E-R-A.
Terra's still a big one. I remember playing Terra and having a little pudgy doggo that would always.
It's doing better than D&D, but not by much. 800.2 for last month.
Okay, yeah, he would be a pudgy little doggo that would always stand like this.
What was the one where you could make real money if you really tried hard enough?
Wow.
No. There's another one. People would sell like land in it and shit for real money. You would go and like the free to play way to like slowly over years actually earn real coin was like going like collect.
There's fucking Eve.
Eve, that's what it was.
Okay. Guild Wars is another one that Sox has mentioned.
Eve is still going strong with 4,244.6.
That's okay.
I mean, compared to some of the numbers we've seen on here.
Fair enough. Guild Wars or Guild Wars 2.
Wars.
Yeah, we'll do Guild Wars 2. Because Guild Wars 2
is killing it. 15,330,176 players just for last month.
They are sneaking.
With a peak day of 902,214. That's from activeplayer.io.
Check Neverwinter.
You know how many times I've downloaded Neverwinter and then not started it?
And
and then uninstalled it?
Okay.
1,770.1 for last month.
That's fine. I mean, Socks and I played it for a little bit. We were kind of
Lord of the
having
Rings
fun.
Online.
Yeah, we were having kind of a little bit of fun. There was a little bit of disconnect between me and the idea of how Neverwinter is now floating, but I guess there's a bit of story that I'm just not aware of.
So this one's coming from Steam charts, so this is probably Steam players only. Last month, 1,010.4 for Lord of the Rings Online. It does not have anything for this month, but that is up from February. But February was down from January. January was up from December.
Oop. Oh, right. You do 21.
I'm pulling this year's. No, nice.
Holy shit! Path of Exile, 18,952.
Isn't that one that's available
for the last
on
30
console,
days?
too?
I don't know.
I think it is. Path of
Exile, and then console. There we go. Is free to play RPG? Oh, it's made by New Zealanders.
Yeah, Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Wow, this year.
Yeah.
January of this
Came
year.
out in January. Yeah, I thought I saw that one.
Cool. It seems like the player base went down though. From January, it had 47,000. Then all the way in March, it dropped to 20, and then the last 30 days has only been 18. So it seems like it's running into a little bit of a hiccup.
I think we're also going to see a lot of numbers dropping right now as people are going back to work. Things are opening up. Vaccines are out. There's a lot less at home time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm slammed with work.
Yeah.
The amount of downtime I've had, fuck, dude,
This is
next
it.
to none. This is it. And right now, the reason why I have downtime right now to do the show is because I worked my ass off throughout the week to be able to have this. I want a good MMO that can pull me in. I want something that's going to make me sit there and go, I don't need to buy that cosmetic, but fuck do I want to. I want that because I love DCU, but DCU, I fall out of it. I've never really bought much there. I think I bought like one decoration for my base.
Oh, really?
Like, I think that's all they've ever got me to spend money on.
Okay.
You know? And I want something where I can like be like, hey, you want to get on this tonight? We'll go and we'll play for 2-3 hours on it. We have games that we do that, but I'd love it in an MMO. And I want more MMOs on console. I mean, Path of Exile's moved to console, and there seems to be no reason not to. That's the other thing. You're looking at Steam numbers here. For all we know, that 20,000 drop. Maybe because they're playing on console now.
Oh, yeah.
It could be. Because this is Steam only, so.
Let's see here. New expansion. Yeah, maybe. Oh, and those players do not count to the Steam database figures. So yeah, they're highest peak of 157,000 players.
Just on January 15th.
Yeah.
Wow. I see a bunch of Steam friends on PoE all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen one or two, but none of them ever talk to me, so we don't really.
Top MMO RPGs of 2021. They're saying New World will be. We've got something called Zenith, Book of Travelers, and Summoner's War Chronicles. So I guess those are the new ones we can keep an eye out for.
Wait, a VR MMO?
That sounds difficult as fuck.
Okay, you wanna go?
That
All
sounds
right.
so difficult. What would you do if would you play Diablo 4 if they decided it was going to be an MMO RPG?
I'd be okay with it. I mean, Path of Exile does well because it's like drop in, drop out, help people out with their things. That's cool. But if it's everybody there, I'd probably be like, no, because I'm not fighting for mobs. I'm not fighting for levels. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I need to go to another server just so that way I can get mobs. No. Now, if it's I join a party to help them out with their raids, sure, whatever. That's actually kind of cool.
The VR one.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So here's another new one that's coming out. It's called Dual Universe. They're saying it's Minecraft meets No Man's Sky. It's got a TBD still.
Minecraft meets No Man's Sky. That's a good combination. I just don't know what to think about it.
Okay, so here's what this says. Dual Universe is a massive, ambitious sandbox MMO that's like Minecraft meets No Man's Sky, but everyone exists in one shared universe. It's been in development for years, but the spacefaring MMO has some cool tech under its belt, and they kind of just go in from there. So it sounds like everyone affects the world,
Y'all.
which sounds dangerous.
It does, and I mean
EVE
they have one like that right now.
Black Desert.
And as soon as you spawn in, you can literally walk into someone's build, and you can't do anything with it. They can sell things through it, but I'm like, that's not good. I don't like that. What was the other one?
Other one.
The other game that was coming out this year.
Yeah, let me back up.
Book of Travels.
Book of Travels, and then Summoner's War Chronicles.
Nah, I don't care. I'm just gonna look at this one. This will be the last one.
Okay.
Oh, I like that font though. If they know what's up, they know what's up. All right, let's go. Let's see what's up.
So the MMOVR chat with plot.
I mean, yeah.
good point.
You have a person going. You got someone playing freaking Tachyon through their microphone and just running across the map.
So this one made the list.
Ooh.
There's another one on here that made the list of top ones for 2021. It's called The Secret World.
That's old.
Yeah, like the top ones, like that people were playing. It came out in 2012. But when you pull up the numbers,
they're still getting playtime.
But only 114 people.
Yeah,
like, that's not
good.
It's not good.
But people are still playing, which is strange.
Old Republic, Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2. We talked about that. Planet Side 2.
Oh, that's right. Never Break or something like that.
And I wouldn't necessarily mind paying for an MMO. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if I had paid for ESO. Planet Side 2 is sitting at 1760 for March, so I'm not doing too bad, I guess.
Look at how cute this game is.
It does look very interesting. Doesn't strike me as an MMO, but it looks interesting. So, well, that's our MMO tangent. I mean, keep an eye out for Book of Travelers. This looks like it might be something to check out, something to watch. I just don't know how Amazon Gaming's just not looking good to me.
Amazon Gaming, but Amazon movies and shows, they're doing well.
Yeah.
And Invincible is doing really well.
I haven't sat down to watch it yet. I read the shit out of it for a while. Like, it was pretty good story.
Apparently it's doing good. So, a satisfactory MMO. I don't know how I would feel about that. Sox and I have been playing Satisfactory, and
we talked about it.
Yeah, it's a great little technological thing, and with it being multiplayer, you hop into someone's world, and let's say Sox was having a hard time with coal generation, which is somewhat true, but it was, I could do it myself. But yeah, I know, I could do it myself, but I said I'll help. I hop in, I put up the water extractor, and I put up the coal generator, get them both working up, and there you go, you now have power. And then soon after, I was just like, having multiple people work on one giant build would be very unorthodox and not great to think about.
Yeah, unless you've got some serious micromanaging skills and everyone's going to listen.
Yeah, and that would just no.
All right, let's hit these last few things. We got to wrap up. We're running a little long.
You're right. New Switch Blue color.
Yeah, yes. I like it. Looks good. So you can pre-order it in the UK currently. Because it has a launch of May 7th. The US launch is May 21st. So I'm sure we'll get our pre-order here in any time. It's $200 either way. $199.99. Both. Other regions' pricings are currently not available. I like this. This is a good color. They are saying it's it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a limited edition. So, Age of Empires. I
like Age of Empires, and having them add America to it,
United States civilization.
Yeah, having a little bit of Civil War in it. All right.
Yeah, so this is for Age of Empires 3. If you scroll down a bit, it tells you a little bit more about it. So there's an overview here. It's Washington, D.C. as the home city. You got the Minutemen. You get the flag. Forts instead of town centers. They did a nice change for it. Starting units, you get general. You get 6 settlers. Scroll down for me. 3 crates of food, 2 cords of wood, and 1 collection of books. I like Age of Empires. I haven't played 3 yet. I played 1 and 2. I haven't played 3. So
Same.
I have 3 because it's on Game Pass. I think it's on Game Pass. So I'll probably actually sit down and give this a shot now.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like, oh, America, but because I'm like, I like the fact that the game still got support. Like, I like that Microsoft's still supporting the game. That's what makes me want to sit down and play.
It seems that Microsoft is supporting their own made games, such as Age of Empires, Plane Simulator, a Flight Simulator. I'm sorry. And so on and so forth. And they really want to support what they are creating. And then it even showcases what extra things you get with each age. Like, you get your Commerce Age, which adds more for this, depending on which banner you fly under. And then when you reach the Fortress Age, and then when you reach the Industrial, and then the Imperial. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
Stocks, answer your question. 199.99 pounds in the UK, but it's also $199.99 in the US.
Yes.
And then Age of Empires does have a bit to go with graphics. They could do a graphic update, but I think they're more concerned about content because the game works, you know?
Yeah. See, this has always been my thing. I don't care how a game looks. If I can tell what that is. It doesn't look bad with its style. I would be okay. But yeah, Civ 6 looks pretty.
Well, yeah, while Civ 6 does look good, Civ 6 is a new game. This is an existing game they're just adding new content to. If they were released Age of Empires 4 and it looked like 3, I'd be pissed.
Hang on, how long ago did Age of Empires 3 come out? ...2005, you're right.
Yeah.
It was a bit back then. Huh.
I mean, they have an Age of Empires 4.
Yeah.
Set for this year. So I'm sure this is going to look... Oh, yeah, look at that image already.
Ooh. Okay, I can mess with that.
Yeah, that's looking better.
Yeah.
But that's why. I mean, this is a 2004 we decided game?
Yeah, 2005.
2005 game? Yeah, the new one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for all of it. I've always enjoyed Age of Empires and the Warlords.
I enjoy the fact that my laptop, who's not the strongest, can run it.
Yeah.
Run it well.
All right.
Let's go on to the next one. This weird...
Moody.
Okay, so I have 6 Siege. You have 6 Siege. Rainbow Six Siege, that is.
Yes.
Would this get you to download it and play with me?
Fuck no.
Yeah, it wouldn't get me to download it and play it with you. So they're doing Rick and Morty stuff. You can get charms to hang on your backpack that is Pickle Rick or Rambo Rick. But you can also have a skin where you're like the rat thing.
Pickle thing.
Well, this one's like the one, like, yeah, I guess the pickle torso with the rat body parts. But then they also have one that I think is actually Pickle Rick. You hit play and just kind of skip through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is him with like the full rat suit, and then I think they've got one where he's not wearing the rat head, and it's just the pickle.
And you get to, it's for Smoke. I would have thought it would have been for Mute, but and then you got for Sledge.
What was that?
Glorfamite.
Oh, okay.
And then
I haven't watched the newest season, so I mean I may miss a reference here.
The Glorfamite I think is second season.
Okay, because I did watch the season with Pickle Rick. Okay, so I guess it was just those two. I could have swore I saw one where he wasn't wearing the mask, but I guess I was wrong. So those will be available. Those were available. They already are out. They came out on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of came out between episodes, but I figured you guys would be interested.
To be fair, they were like a last minute launch, anyways.
It was weird.
I've always liked their little things, but I don't know what they're doing good with story. They're doing weird with crossovers.
I mean,
yes.
When it comes down to it, is you don't have to buy it,
right?
You know,
right.
It's for the true fans.
It is true, the true fans.
All right, and then this next one, this is true fan stuff.
This is true fucking fan shit.
So Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. It's something I've kind of been like, yeah, it's a Power Ranger fighting game. I'm not too interested. Not because I have anything against Power Rangers, because I love them, but more because like I'm not big into fighting games. But when you tell me that they're going to do a crossover or a Street Fighter, and they're going to do the Power Rangers wearing like Ryu and oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Chun-Li's costumes, and then their fighting moves, this kind of excites me. Even though I suck at fighting games, this kind of excites me. You got Hadoukens, you got Shoryukens, you've got you've got a really interesting costume. And then like I said, they did Chun-Li's. I think they show it either later in the trailer or it's at the very end. I think they may just show the two side by side. Yeah, I think they just show the two side by side right coming up here in just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Yeah, I like it. Looks good. So these are coming soon. 5/25/21. That's our release date. This game is available on most platforms. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But
And-
that ties into something else.
But shoe news.
There you go.
Today we got something interesting that I'm hoping gets more announcements. Power Rangers Reeboks.
Mm-hmm.
And the first ones are a part of the original set from '92. I forget when Power Rangers first started off for us, but it's the Saber-Tooth Tiger,
Okay.
and it says our Power Rangers and Reebok are releasing collaboration on May 15th, and there's almost a month between now and then.
I'm sure we'll see more.
I'm hoping we see more.
Yeah.
Because you've got four others with a possible fifth.
Mhm.
Well, sixth. Because Green Ranger, White Ranger could possibly have both. I'm here for this. I am awesome for this. Doesn't have a price tag, but I already gave you the date. May 15th.
And they're bright ash yellow.
Oh, they're bright ass yellow, but it's got the little token of the Saber-Tooth Tiger on the
one
inside.
tongue.
It's got a Trini quote in there.
And then on the other tongue, it's got the lightning bolt.
Yeah, it is very much a Power Rangers shoe.
It even says the Saber-Tooth Tiger on the side.
I like it.
They're fun.
They are very fun. Leads into a second set of shoes. I told you that I like the look of the car itself, but not the wrap. This one here is a Pagani. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, but it's a Roadster with Kessel Auto. It's a beautiful car.
Mhm.
Like, when you look at the car, it is
It
very
just looks
beautiful.
fuzzy.
It does look fuzzy, but it's the wrap, honest. But when I mentioned that it has a nice little twin turbo in the back that goes out of 4 exhaust ports, it kind of gives a Batman
Little bit.
87 motif. And then you can see the turbo itself
The
just
insane
chilling out in the back. And then the shoes that match them look the same.
Mhm.
They are very big, however.
This is too much car for me.
This is too much car. But I just was like, you know what? Both the car and the shoes look nice, so I was just going to talk about them real quick.
What's the price on these in release date?
I think
they're
it's up.
before the photos.
Yep. Can I go up quicker? Oh no, they were down. Ugh. Meow.
Yeah, they're always before the photos, so do we not have any info on? Maybe it's limited if you buy the damn car.
Yeah, all right. Shit.
Like, come on. You got to give it to the
April
April 28th.
April 28th for the ding. Check out through the gallery and expect a release on the 28th.
Okay.
So,
April 28th. Look at Nike.
hopefully they'll have something. Holy crap. But even still, all right looking shoes, a very strange light blue with what looks to be a funny texture.
The design's interesting both in shoe and car.
Yes.
So,
I mean, that's fine.
and then you have one more.
Oh.
This one's a recap almost.
Yeah, more information.
More information. There you go.
So the McDonald's All-American shoes now have a release date and a price. April 23rd, 5 days from now, at $140. They are the ones
90th of 90s.
the 90th of 90s. They had a really good shoot out in the desert with some very hot wear, literally like some actual like track jackets and all that. The shoes are very 90s. The jackets are very 90s. I don't know if those are available, but I did not see that they were available
They've
anywhere
got to
else.
be with as much as they're showing them because they show this guy's jacket too. So
Yeah.
and then they show some more clothing.
The basketball shorts and all that, and I was like, whew. But the shoes, the Adidas, are $140. That's a bit pricey, but I mean, you throw a McDonald's logo on it, boom, there you go.
Yeah.
That car has the texture of an expensive kitchen counter. That's funny.
Yeah, it does. It does.
All right, that's the shoe news for the week.
Movies and TVs.
Reckon they smell like mustard?
Oh.
I mean,
I like mustard, but no. So, Matt Mikkelsen.
I love him.
Great Bond villain.
I like to thank my mom and my dad.
Great Marvel villain.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I was like, who? Oh.
If I understand Amazing as Hannibal, I haven't watched it.
I watched one episode. It was alright.
He's funny. He's good in Star Wars.
Yeah, he's a humble guy.
He's great. He's gonna be in the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking bad guy.
Oh, he does good.
All
as a
they
bad
said
guy.
is co-starring, and I'm like, he's gonna be the bad guy, and he's gonna fucking be awesome. I'm calling it. He's the bad guy.
He's got to be.
He's
Like,
gotta be the bad guy.
I've never really seen him as a good guy. You know, he's the Sean Bean.
Yeah.
You can always tell what he's going to do.
I mean, he's been the good guy because he was essentially a good guy in Old Republic. Or not Old Republic, Rogue One.
Fair. Okay.
He did things in that he didn't have to do.
Okay. Most of his roles are villain.
Yes.
Um,
He was amazing as Lashif in Casino Royale.
Yeah, and then you have him in Death Stranding. He's villain. Yeah. So I mean,
Mr. Doctor. It's strange. Perhaps I'm not one to judge.
Mr. Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor. I'm excited for this. The more little bits we hear about this movie, the more excited I'm getting. And this is saying a lot considering the last Indiana Jones we got was Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So we had Cinderella. We had Cinderella 2. Cinderella 2 kind of is like a bit of a story more for one of the evil sisters. We've had plenty of other Cinderella incarnations through different live action, modern tellings. Hilary Duff worked at a diner as Cinderella, all kinds of stuff. Kristen Wiig and Annie Momolo, is that how you say her name? Momolo. They've collaborated multiple times, and you got SNL stuff in there. You got all kinds of different movies they've done. Well, they've joined again to start writing this new live-action film for Disney. It's currently untitled, but it will be about Cinderella's evil stepsisters, and it's essentially their point of view of the Cinderella story.
It's gonna be as the Maleficent movie was.
Yeah, kind of, but I'm gonna say it's still very different because it's a musical and it's a comedy. So they will see the Cinderella story through the evil stepsisters musical comedy vision. It sounds interesting.
I'm here for it just because I like musical comedies.
Yeah.
You don't really. I think we've only seen like a few of those around. You don't get that, huh?
So it's going to follow them as they attempt to maintain their family's legacy. Anastasia and Drusilla. Tremaine, that's their name. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. But woo!
So there was a interview done. So there's a new movie coming out. It's a romantic comedy, I do believe, called Monday. And so when movies come out, people do interviews and to promote those. But a lot of times they start asking questions that aren't about those movies. So in that movie, you have Sebastian Stan. Y'all will know him as Winter Soldier. You also might know him because he's in I, Tonya and a couple other things. But the big thing is he's Bucky, the Winter Soldier. He was answering questions, and he was asked about, some of the things he would want to do. And he says, that's it, man. We got to do that Ric Flair Andre biopic. By the way, did you ever know you have to have interviewed at some point? And this is him talking to the interviewer. So he's asking him about, like, have you interviewed Ric Flair? He's talking about he's so funny. I mean, he's such a big... This is... not him. This is them talking about him in the interviews. My bad.
Yes.
Reframe that. He's so funny. He's such a big wrestling fan, and I was a big wrestling fan growing up too. Like, I love WWF and stuff, and we both have a kip up. So maybe Ric Flair. I'll do it in a second if they let me. I'm pretty. Pretty soon I'll be eligible, I guess. Which also makes me go,
He's not.
Are you not doing more MCU stuff?
I mean,
that kind of scares me.
dude, yeah, don't count your chickens before the sheep.
So he's a notable wrestling fan. He has actually done improvs as Flair in public in the past. He's very enthusiastic about doing a 4 Horsemen thing.
Ooh, that would actually be kind of nice.
And then they say beyond his personal affinity for the sport, it's easy to see why actors would want a top-line wrestling biopic, because these have been kind of a new thing. People are blowing up about these. I mean, hell, Hemsworth is supposed to be doing Hulk Hogan for a Netflix one.
It's
an interesting thing.
It is an interesting one. So it was okay. Arn.
Yeah, Arn,
He's still
Tully, Rick, and Ol.
Oh,
So
Ol
Arn's-
was the one I forgot.
Yeah, Ol's Arn's brother.
I mean, as far as people who could play them, I would want to. I would want to see the rundown, considering they are very uniquely faced. You know, the only one when you showed me the side by side, yeah, Sebastian
Someone did a side by side where they found Sebastian
with blonde hair, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, but you got the Andersons and Tully, and I'm like, they are very unique.
So Tully looks nothing like himself anymore. Rick looks pretty much the same.
Yeah,
He's just aged. I don't know about Ol, but the other Anderson looks pretty much the same, just older.
just a little older.
I don't know what Ol looks like anymore. Is Ol still alive?
I want to say let me.
Because I know the other three are. I just am curious if Ol is. I know Arn is. He's at AEW. Tully's at AEW.
I'm just trying to figure out how to
Just look up Ol Anderson or click on one of the links with him.
Oh, dude. And then
It opened in a new tab.
yeah, I know. These were the originals.
Yeah, they've kind of cycled through them, but those were the four
Original
big ones.
Horsemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recall. Oh, that's right, Lex Luger. Oh boy, is Lex still around?
He is. I know he was wheelchair bound for a while.
Yeah.
Because his
His
body
back.
basically deteriorated.
Yeah. Holy crap! I forgot that they've had like a long legacy, and then when Evolution started up, he said we're like the new Four Horsemen, but we'll never be the original.
Yeah. So yeah, Lex is able to walk again, but he's got a cane. It had to do with steroid use and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just
Here we
wanted to
go.
know about.
Oh, Tully.
You just opened Ol twice.
That's fine.
Tully is alive. He's over at AEW.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They're all still up.
Ol's still alive. Okay,
They're all
I
still up
wasn't
in-
sure.
Yeah. All right. I'm happy for all of them, but I just remember that.
Tully and Arn are at AEW. They're not working together though. Ol, I don't know what Ol's doing if anything, and Rick is still over at WWE, and I think that's mostly because his daughter is a wrestler there, Charlotte.
Yep, but they're feuding for some odd reason.
Because that's what you do. Families work together, then they feud, then they work together, then they feud. By far, one of the best things I ever saw was when McMahon, both Shane and Vince teamed up with Hunter to go out and whoop everyone's ass because they were fucking with Stephanie.
That's just how it works.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Close. There it is.
You can actually close that last one too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original?
The original and the. Yes.
Okay. So we're up to a count of 9 of these now. Roughly.
I've only seen one.
So they're not all great. There's been remakes. There's been sequels. There's actually a sequel to this.
I want to say, didn't Rob Zombie do?
No, he did Halloween.
Okay.
He did the Halloween remakes.
Okay.
But some of the remakes have been kind of made fun of because they're not as dark. Nothing has been able to be as dark as the original.
Are they goofy?
They've been kind of goofy.
Okay.
Some of them are okay. Some of them are weird. But there are direct sequels, and then there's like sequels that act like the other sequels don't exist. And well, we're basically getting that again. The 9th incarnation of this, currently called Texas Chainsaw Massacre 9, just as a working title. We don't have an actual name. There's talks that it may just be called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is coming out, and it's supposed to be a direct sequel to the original, ignoring all other sequels.
Okay.
Again,
Which
has happened before. But the big thing that is being pointed out is that this reboot is confirmed to have an R rating.
Good.
Without nudity on the list, which is something that will immediately jump you up there. So they hit the R with the violence and stuff like that.
Cool.
So for the horror fans, that's a big deal.
The Gorehounds.
Yeah, the Gorehounds. So this is following in the footsteps of David Gordon Green's widely successful Halloween 2018. So we had, so that's the one with where they brought back Jamie Lee Curtis and whatnot.
Good.
So this is kind of that concept of like, let's do a true, like it was back then sequel. Focusing on the original story. Let's clean the slate of all the other sequels. Let's take the good movie and try to continue that.
Okay.
So this
to
might
fix
be
what's wrong. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Halloween 2 was good. Halloween 3 should not have been a Halloween movie. Halloween 4, 5, and 6 were okay, and then from there it just got a little weird. And then you have H2O.
Was that the one in space? No, it's Jason X.
Jason X is the one in space.
Yeah.
Halloween's Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Jason X is the one in space. Leprechaun went into space also.
And then you got Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason was good. That one was fun.
Yeah. I mean, you get the good ones every now and again.
I liked the soft remake where it's like it's a remake, but we're not going to go through and like make an origin story and all that. We're just we don't need to worry about the other movies. It's Jason killing again. I liked that Friday the 13th. It had Jared Padalecki. It was really good. It was supposed to get a sequel, and it didn't happen. And then they were going to remake it, and the lawsuits happened, and now it's just kind of stuck in limbo. And Friday the 13th they remade, but that was terrible.
Yeah.
Not Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. So, but that's the end. That's everything. That's all I got. I don't even know if I don't even have a coffee pun for you guys.
You had coffee jokes at the beginning.
Yeah, I was coffee joking in the chat just to keep everyone happy while we were trying to figure some stuff out.
But yes, thank you for joining us in this. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy.
Yeah. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe.
Follow our socials.
Follow all our socials. I'm pretty active on my Twitter. You're somewhat active on yours.
I'm active on mine.
Yeah. We're not too active on the Ugly Mug one. We'll interact on that one every now and then. But if you guys are there, we'll definitely interact with you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You got to talk to us, not us to you. We can't. We don't know how that works.
Yeah, interwebs are confusing things. And follow us on Instagram. I'll post more photos of the cups, post our images and whatnot. So this week we'll do some Jackie Chan, but next week I'm giving you another warning. We will watch Mortal Kombat next weekend. So the weekend after that, the review's coming. Be ready.
Also, just a little side note on that. They released the OST for it. Soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was like, I saw your brain trying to.
Yeah, my
run
brain
it.
was like,
OST?
What now?
Yeah, the OST for it, and so I was like, oh, and I took a listen. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Does it have the song?
I only listened to a couple minutes of it because I knew we were gonna watch it, so
I hope it has a song.
I have not heard it yet.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
And then just another reminder for you guys, May 30th, we have another AEW pay-per-view coming up, so that'll be another late show for us.
Okay.
Where we will watch the pay-per-view and then do a soft review of it and the regular show, and then a harder review the following weekend.
Yes. And you're welcome, Socks, for the plunge into pop culture.
All right. That's a good one. I like that. All right. Bye, everybody.